Welcome back to Aaron's 1972 Datsun 510, and today we're going to tackle this last rust spot, both on this side. There's also one on the other side. We'll see whether we get to that one on the 510. In order to do that, though, I'm going to take the front suspension out. Alright, as we look at the front suspension here on this car, these springs have been cut at some point in time. I can actually see the cut marks here as well as right here that have happened in the past. I'm going to go ahead and remove this in order to get back to this rust spot for two reasons. One, I have new coilover suspension that I'll install in another video, but second of all, there's just it'll give me an opportunity to clean up all this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and sort of remove everything around here, and we'll keep moving forward.
Just so you guys are tracking, this video is going to turn out much differently as I move forward on this rust. You'll see. So ominous.
I don't know how I didn't notice it earlier, but this whole entire front section, you saw me just peel it off. It's so bad. And the other side has the exact same repair. It's not quite as bad as this side was, but I'm sure that it is just a travesty waiting to happen. And so I don't even know how this okay. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do. Give me a minute.
1 minute later.
Okay, sorry. I shouldn't be frustrated. I knew the car had rust. I'm frustrated at myself for not catching it earlier. It doesn't make any difference. I wasn't here yet. It's not like I did all the other repairs and then realized that I missed this giant spot of rust. I got to the spot and just now saw it. In order to really do a good job of repairing this, though, I really need the car. I need another set of jack stands, so that way I can put the jack stands underneath the new frame rails that I've done, right? Or back here out of the way somewhere. Then I can unbolt the engine, drop it just a little bit so I don't have weight pulling on this area of the car, fix these, and then put it all back together. And so that means that I need to support the engine weight with an engine stand or an engine hoist, which I've got, and get this all done. That's my thought on how to get this done. I also noticed that, like I said, there's some suspension parts broken. Sway bar, the bottom link is broken. So I need to order some new parts there as well. I was making good progress. It's just sort of frustrating. This is going to be an ordeal. So I'm trying to figure out whether I go back to the back of the car, get all that done, and then come back here. This is the fourth introduction video that I've done today because all of my best laid plans keep getting ruined by finding the next thing that I need. So, welcome back to Aaron's 1972 Datsun 510. Today, I believe I'm going to get the inside cleaned up and get that primed so that way I can paint the trunk as well as the inside all at the same time. I'll even, I will probably paint the outside of the car still later, but that's what I'm going to work on, is getting the inside and the trunk ready to go. So that's what I'll start on.
Using Prep-All, I go ahead and start cleaning the inside. You can see a lot of gunk that I'm cleaning up around here. This is always the most difficult part of this project, it seems. Trying to figure out where to draw the line. I'm not planning on doing a full restoration here, but as I continue to work on this car, I continue to find things that I just need to get to work on. So I clean up some of the nasty spills that have happened inside the car over the past, 30, 40 years. Get that done. Then I continue to wipe down the area with Prep-All so that way the paint will stick better. Once I get that cleaned up, I vacuum out the car and continue to just sort of give myself extra space to work with. I found that the sound deadening that was originally in the car comes out pretty well with a hammer and chisel, so I use that to clear that area. Once I get the driver's seat out, I then start masking off the rest of the car so that way I don't get overspray on the dash, on the inside windows, and just areas that I don't want. It's not super important to me that I be careful with the overspray here, as it's the inside of the car and it's going to be underneath everything. So hit it with a little bit of self-etching primer to ensure that I don't have any issues moving forward, and then go ahead and grind back these welds while I wait for this primer to dry. These little plug welds inside the wheel well are just something that I noticed, so I can clean up right here. I am making for sure to guide the wires there to the side to ensure that I don't grab them with the wire wheel or the angle grinder, as I've done in the past with Danielle's car and lost spark plug wires to that. Next, I'm trying something a little bit different here, which is actually taping up the path that I want the seam sealer to go, so I get a little bit cleaner seam seal lines inside the trunk, since these will be visible whenever I or other people open the trunk and place things in. It's not really that important, but I definitely wanted to give it a try. So once I do that, I put on my trusty glove and I start glopping this stuff on. If you guys haven't noticed, I really enjoy putting seam sealer on this car, as well as welding in new panels. It's sort of a pastime. Once I let that dry for a little bit, I go ahead and peel off the tape so that way I get nice clean lines and I don't have to try to dig tape out of dried seam sealer. All in all, I think that went pretty well, and so I go ahead and move inside the car and do additional levels of seam sealer here along this new panel in the back. Fun story, this is the first car I've ever restored like this. Don't know if I'm doing it right, and all I can say is I enjoy doing this. If you like what you see, go ahead and comment, like, subscribe. I will say a nice, cool shout out. I just surpassed 650 subscribers. That is a really big deal for me, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm on my way up to 1,000. I'm continue to hope that you guys will spread the word and be my best advocates. So thank you very much. And I would say, here's a word from our sponsors, but no sponsors on this channel. Just my normal job and me saving money on the side. This little bit of the video is just going to be me doing little odd jobs, such as painting some of the pieces and getting it ready to go into the car. As I close out this video, here's the technical specifications for the Datsun 510. The engine location was front, the drive type was rear-wheel drive, body and chassis was a steel unibody. The production years for the series were 1967 and 1973. The price was $2,305 to $2,655. Car weighed in at 2,040 pounds, or 925.328 Liberator kilograms, with a combined miles per gallon of 25 miles per gallon. Thanks for watching today. If you like what you see, go ahead and comment, like, subscribe.